Just a very good day to you. It's just wonderful to be with you on the program. Now, as farmers, I have to ask you a question. What are you sowing? Now, I'm not talking about sowing a dress, girls. I'm talking about sowing good seed in good ground. What are you sowing? Because what you're sowing is what you're going to reap. If you sow corn, you're going to reap corn. If you plant an apple tree, you hope to reap apples. So what you sow is what you're going to reap. Okay? Don't think if you're going to sow hatred, bitterness, unforgiveness, anger, that you're going to reap something worthwhile. You're not going to reap nothing. You're actually going to reap death. We need to be careful what we're sowing. The Bible says in Galatians chapter 6 and verse 8, sow to the Spirit and you will reap life eternal. Sow to the flesh and you will reap corruption. You see this flesh, I'm talking about my flesh, it is never satisfied. The more you give the flesh, the more the flesh wants. And if you are going to try and appease the flesh, you will never be satisfied. That's why you'll find some men have never got enough money. And yet, you know something, they own more than they'll ever spend in 10 lifetimes. And yet they want more. Why? Because they're sowing into the flesh. They're reaping corruption. If you sow in the Spirit, you will reap life eternal. I want to ask you, what are you sowing? What kind of seed are you talking about here, Angus? I'm talking about good seed. Okay, good seed doesn't cost, it pays. I learned that from a seed company, but it's true. Good seed, if you're a farmer, sir, you never ever cut back on the price of your seed. We've got some beautiful cattle behind us. They belong to my son. You know what he does? He invests in genes, good genes, genetics. See? Yeah, people say, well, what is that? What is that? I mean, can you see it? No, you can't. He buys good animals and they produce good calves. When he goes to a sale, he'll try and buy the best bull that he can afford. Not a mediocre bull, because he wants the best progeny. And he's done that for a number of years, and you can see them behind me here. Beautiful cattle, because he's been investing in good seed. Now, there's some farmers I know, and they don't last long. They'll buy lots of fertilizer, they'll buy lots of herbicide, insecticide, but they will not buy the best seed. So it doesn't matter how clean their lands might be, it doesn't matter how green and dark the crop will be because of the fertilizer, the potential is not there. They will reap a mediocre crop. Now, we as believers need to start sowing good seed. What is that? We need to start asking God to make us more understanding with our fellow man, more patient, more loving, okay? Not so self-centered, not so selfish. We need to start forgiving people. We need to start leaving those situations behind us and moving on. We need to start paying our debt. Be no man's debtor. We need to start looking after our wives and our children, and we're going to reap the benefits later on. We need to start telling people about Jesus Christ. That's sowing the best seed of all. We need to start telling that man that Jesus can forgive his sins. He can give him a new life. He can give him a new opportunity and a great future. See, that's sowing good seed. We don't want to reap the crop here, do we? No, we want to reap it in heaven. Okay? Because here, rust and moth will destroy it. But we want to leave it in heaven. The only thing, sir, the only thing, madam, that you'll take home to heaven with you are souls. Make sure that your children are going to heaven. That's more important than making money and being concerned about yourself and your dress and what people think of you. Start sowing good seed. Invest in your family, in your loved one. Invest in people, and you will reap a wonderful crop in heaven. Until next time, goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.